Good morning everyone. Thanks for coming over to the student precinct. Manandangi people have long been recognised as the main language group of the Roma area. The region also has several neighbouring groups. Some of those regional groups have similar or related languages. There is diversity across some of the languages, and it was claimed that Manandangi territory covered an area of approximately 40,000 square kilometres, including the Maranoa, the Blonde Rivers, north of St George and the areas around Mitchell, Roma and Surat. It extended west as far as Bolam and Bolam Creek, to the north of Donnybrook, Orello, Yulbar and the Great Dividing Range, and the east to Alton and Glenmorgan. In easier terms, the traditional lands of Manandangi covers the area from south to St George, west to Muckadilla, north to Yuma and east to Jackson. The northern Manandangi group, where I have my connection, which were located on the headwaters of Gagoon Creek, which were known as the Cogai clan or the Fishnet people. My connection to country is through my apical ancestor, Mary Werribone, who gave birth to my great-grandmother, Auntie, who was born on country at Gagoon Creek. So I'd like to pay my respects to past elders for passing down their cultural knowledge and for enduring hardship to create a better life for my generation. I also pay my respect to the current and future elders who will inherit the responsibility of keeping our culture alive. I will also acknowledge and pay my respect to the cultural authority of other nations that are present here on country today. I believe the future happiness and well-being of all Australians and their future generations will be enhanced by valuing and taking pride in Australian Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, one of the oldest living cultures of humanity. In closing, I'd sincerely hope that time spent here this morning is time well spent.
Good morning everyone. For those that don't know who I am, my name's Lane Brooks. I'm today here in a different capacity in another plug for Louisa. I'm now in the cultural capability role. So again, growing our workforce here. And before we get into what the smoking ceremony is, I'd just like to acknowledge our special guests from Department of Health and all our partners and other people that have made the journey out today, and especially Auntie Ethel that's here. I'd just like to follow on from Uncle Rod, acknowledge my elders both past and present, as well for the role that they've played in shaping me as a young fella in the life that I have today for setting that platform. So what we're going to do here is part of our traditional welcoming. We have our smoking ceremony. So within this, we have our coolaman that's here. We'll get it going. We put the fresh leaves of sandalwood down, and this is known as our spiritual connection, our spiritual leaves. It ties us in with our old people, but it's also part of that welcoming and blessing that's there. There are physical health benefits to burning these leaves as well. They're antiseptic, antibacterial, but also it has a natural calming effect. It opens the airways up and pores in your skin.
I'd just like to thank you for your attendance this morning, and I'd just like to pay special mention to Caitlin just in organising. I'd just like to thank you guys in pulling this off, and also Tammy for bringing Mrs. Munn over this morning, and to our exec team, and then especially to our visitors that are out here today. I'd just like to thank you all for your attendance. Thank you.